Hi there folks, and welcome back to the channel. Steeldive. There's a reason why you see a lot of these on YouTube reviews, and that is because they're really usually pretty good. And what we've got here today is the Steeldive 1971. It's been a while since I've had anything from Steeldive. The last one was the the 1970, is it? The Willard, and that was actually, yeah, it was pretty good. So let's see if they've made any improvements or changes. This is another model that they've had come out, and it's one that I haven't seen a lot of on YouTube. So let's get into it and have a look. In the box you get the usual stuff, and a unsigned warranty card, instruction booklet, and this came with a spare rubber strap and a spring bar removal tool, which is pretty handy. A couple of spring bars in there too, which is very cool, and it came wrapped in that. This one I got from Steeldive UK. It's the 1971, the homage to the Seiko Sumo, and as you can see, I've taken two links out to get it to fit me, and I would think this thing would easily fit 9-inch plus wrist. But yeah, let's have a look and see what we've got. Sizes, we'll do those first, as we always do. Between the 9 and the 3, we've got a case size of 44.5, including the crown. If you go from the 10 o'clock position, it is 49.2. We've got a lug to lug of 51.5, a thickness, including that slightly domed sapphire crystal there, of 13.8, and a lug width of 20mm, and an overall weight with all the links in of 202 grams. Everything is 316L stainless steel. Everything that's metal is anyway. The outside edge of that bezel as well. The bezel insert is ceramic. Mixture of high polishing and brushing. We'll move in a bit closer so we can have a bit of a closer look at that, and where the high polishing is, obviously you can see where I'm touching it. It's a bit of a fingerprint magnet, but you've got this brushed section down the middle there, which is quite cool. You've got that signed crown, which is done quite well, just laser etched on there. Then you've got a little bit of fine brushing on the top of the lug, and then transitioning over to polishing on that return or indent, whatever you want to call it. Fully brushed solid stainless steel bracelet, and ditto on the other side. High polishing with that little brushed centerpiece there. Drilled lugs, which is very cool, makes strap changing nice and easy. On the dial, we've got a very nice, very vivid blue sunburst dial on this, and it really does catch the light very nicely when you're outside. You've got a minute track around the rehort, applied indices, and the one at the 12 o'clock is the same as you get on the original. Then just below that you've got your Steeldive logo, which is printed, and then just above the 6 it says Green Marine. And I haven't looked to see what that's all about, but I believe that's probably the range of these, what they call them. Automatic and 200 meters. 200 meters being your water resistance. Framed date window at the 3 o'clock position, and as I said, a ceramic insert on that bezel. The bezel is 120 click, and as you can see, we've got kind of a partly shrouded part to the bezel there. So it's the same on the other side. So rotating the bezel, you really need to kind of get sort of 12 and 6. I'll be quiet so you can hear it. Not the loudest bezel in the world. Reasonable resistance. I guess it could do with just a little more. It's not too bad. Clicks are positive, and it almost lines up. It's very, very close. It's within a Seiko, which is pretty good, considering that's what it's homaging. Lume filled indices, lume filled hands, and the lume on the end of the seconds hand as well. The movement inside this is the good old Seiko NH35A, 21,600 vibrations per hour, 41 hour power reserve, hacking and hand winding. Now, because of the weight of this, I mean, I've had the Marine Master homage, sort of through the channel, and that was actually quite top heavy. This one's not so much. This is it's not as tall, and it wears actually quite well. So yeah, that's a good thing. The bracelet, as I said, 20mm here, tapers down to 18 at the clasp. Sorry, out of the camera shot. As you can see, you got the Steeldive logo there. Probably see a little bit of buckle rash because I've been wearing this Steeldive on the lock-in keeper. So we pop that open, double deployant pushers, and the usual Steeldive pressed clasp. Yeah, normally I would have a moan about that, but because of how good the rest of this watch is, I'm going to kind of let that go, and I've actually ordered one to go on there. So yeah, hopefully that'll be here before too much longer. As you can see, you've got that laser etching with the Steeldive logo, all stainless steel, automatic movement, NH35. Dive 200 meters by Steeldive. So yeah, pretty good. Solid end links, no quick release on them, but they're easy enough to pop out because you've got those nice drilled lugs. The bracelet itself is okay. It's on push pins. Nothing super spectacular, you know. If anything kind of is a bit cheaped out on these, it is the bracelet. But yeah, it did come with that blue rubber if you really don't like the bracelet. But I actually think the bracelet's not too bad. And of course, getting an aftermarket one is easy as anything because there's loads of them out there. The crown, as I said, is screwed down. We'll unscrew that, and as usual, we get a nice little pop out, and then pull it out to the first position to get your to change your date. Pull it out to the second position, the movement hacks, and we're coming up towards midnight, so we will turn that round. It's got a nice resistance to it, feels good, and about 10 to midnight, which is perfectly acceptable. Nothing wrong with that. I'll just move that out of the danger zone and then pop that back in. The only thing I found with this one is that re-engaging the crown is you do have to kind of hold it in because it is a bit, it just feels a little bit tight. It's not gritty or anything like that, just to get that first turn in there. But once it's away, it's absolutely fine. Now then, if I can find my blue torch, we'll have a look at the Lume. Now, you know the Lume's going to be pretty good on this. There's I think it's BGW9 that they're using in this. It's I'm not sure if it's C3 or if it's BGW9 because it's got kind of a bluey green. It's not as blue as BGW9, but it's not as green as C3. So we'll turn the lights down and see what you think. Yeah, and now in the camera that is definitely blue, but to my eyes it's kind of greenish. But yeah, there we go. It's pretty good. Now on the last Steeldive that I had, the Willard, the bezel was the thing that lasted longest. But they've kind of sorted out that side of things as far as that and the hands go. Definitely, the indices they tend to fade first. But yeah, I mean it's they do hang on, but as you can see, it's all kind of evenly applied. But you know, the hands and the bezel insert, they do definitely glow all night, absolutely all night. You know, it was still glowing just as the sun was coming up. So yeah, absolutely no problems with that at all. So sapphire crystal on this with plenty of AR coating. So you know, you're not going to have to worry about you know, how well you see it in sunlight and things like that. It really is. I think it's a very, very good watch, and for 124 GBP, which is what I paid for it, it was. I think it works out. It's literally about maybe 10 quid more by getting it from Steeldive as it does from AliExpress. But with Steeldive, it was here within 24 hours. So you know, I'll pay that for that. Personally, but that's up to you. There is the 11/11 sale coming up on AliExpress, so you might be able to pick one up on a really good deal there. But yeah, there we go. The Steeldive 1971, the homage to the Seiko Sumo. It seems like a very, very big watch, but it doesn't wear that massive. Trust me. I know what I'm talking about as far as that goes because I've had some huge watches. It wasn't top heavy, so yeah, I was really surprised. I was expecting it to be but it wasn't. So yeah, there we go. If you like this kind of content, please give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up on this video, and comment down below. Let me know what you think about these Seiko homage watches coming out of China from the likes of Steeldive and others as well. Of course, Long Island Watch do a few, and of course they're more expensive. Do you see the value in these? Personally, I do. I think you know, that's definitely the way I go. And if you're after an automatic watch, you know, I'd probably give something like Pagani a bit of a miss and go this way. They've got quite a range, so yes, go check them out. Please subscribe to the channel, and if you do, don't forget to hit the notification bell. But that's it for now. Thank you all very much for watching. I'll catch you in the next video. Cheers for now.